Welcome to your weekday cup of the word. It is Luke chapter 5 today. In Luke chapter 5, we're going to see a lot of miracles, and we're going to see a lot of the first disciples. We're going to see Jesus performing a miracle on the water and telling Peter to go out and catch fish. And Peter says, we can catch anything. And then they're going to pull up a full net. And Peter's going to fall at Jesus' feet and say, I'm a sinful man. I'm a man before a great man. And he'll be humbled by Jesus' presence. And then Peter and James and John and Andrew will follow Christ. And he'll say, I'm going to make you catchers of men, fishers of men now. We're going to see Jesus heal a leper and his fame grow immensely. You're going to see in this chapter that even as his fame grew, Jesus made it a point to spend time with his Father, which meant he had to sometimes sneak off to get away by himself because the crowds were pressing in so much. We're going to see him heal a paralytic, and the Pharisees and the religious leaders argue that Jesus doesn't have a right to forgive sins. And Jesus will say, well, I can forgive sins if I have miraculous power from God. So I told this man I forgive him his sins. How about I also tell him to get up and walk? Which one's harder? And that's how he'll handle that argument. We'll see him getting Matthew to follow him, and then eating with Matthew's companions, who were Matthew's peers, were tax collectors, who were considered horrible people by the average Jew. And yet Jesus will say, these are the kind of people I came to save. And we're going to see him dealing with the argument of he's not like John the Baptist. John the Baptist was very, very famous, and so people would say, well, John the Baptist came and he would fast, and his disciples would fast, and you and your disciples, you come eating and drinking. And Jesus will tell him, well, first of all, we're never going to make you happy, no matter how we come. And second of all, my disciples, they eat and drink because the bridegroom, the Savior, he's here amongst them. Now's the time to be happy. And there'll be a time to be sad. Once I leave, that will be a time for sadness. And certainly it was. But now is a time to begin new things. I am here to institute my new covenant. And it's like a new cloth, a new wineskin. We're starting fresh. Now's the time to rejoice. That's your daily cup. And we'll see you tomorrow.